Hello, Angie Gerber here, and welcome to my podcast, Awareness. Once you know, you can't unknow. A place you can come to start thinking and shifting your thoughts to finally create the results you truly, truly desire. It'll shift your mindset and give you strategies to get out there and get it done. Let's get started. All right. So today I want to talk about a live experience that happened on a recent coaching call with one of my clients. We were talking and going through philosophy and standard and discipline and all the stuff that I've learned and am here to teach others. And she had said that straight up what happened was she had an amazing couple months with her business and, was doing better than ever. And she said she started getting complacent. And that is exactly what happened. So I thought I would talk about it today because it sneaks up and happens often before we even realize what happened. And then we're back to right where we started. So you have a great month or two, or even a great quarter, and you're just killing it. You are on top of the world. You're busy, your business is thriving, and then that little voice kicks in, or something comes up and happens, or a circumstance, there's an illness or a vacation opportunity, or this, or this, or this, or all those things that come up and tell you, you know what, you can take the foot off the gas. You're doing fine. You can, take that extra day off or take the foot off the gas and just, relax a little bit. You've earned it. Look at your business. You're thriving. Like, sit back and enjoy it. And I'm here to tell you that that is exactly what I coach to. That is your paradigm and your habitual behavior sneaking and creeping back in to bring you back to where you should be. So this is where we have sales reps across many, many industries. You could go into any industry. And if their mark is, we'll say $150,000, and they have one quarter where they kill it and they get halfway to their goal, and it's not even halfway through the year, they will self-sabotage so that they end up at the 150 mark because they're programmed to earn 150. See, what happens with our paradigms and our habitual behaviors is that you can set a goal, a big goal that you've never achieved before. And until you go in and start doing the work and getting 1% better every day and working on your discipline, working on your image and how you show up and attack your day, nothing's going to change. So you get complacent. You have a really good month or a good quarter, and then you will self-correct back to what you're conditioned to earn. See, when we make these goals, or if we want to earn more, it's not that we're capable of not earning it. It's that we're not conditioned. We are more than capable to earn whatever it is we truly desire. Because if one person has done what you intend to do, or what your goal is, there is absolutely no reason why you cannot do it as well. We get in our own ways. We're our biggest problem and our biggest solution. So what is the solution, you might be thinking or asking? When you do become complacent, are those voices sneak in? Are all the reasons why you should take your foot off the gas and slow down and enjoy your success? First and foremost, do not slow down. Do not take your foot off the gas. Push it down harder. Use that momentum of what you've already created and just spiral the success upwards and keep going with it instead of spiraling downwards and kind of out of control back to where you started from. Really focus on what you can be doing every day to show up as the best version of yourself. Get 1% better every day. Ask yourself, what can I do just for today to beat my best, to beat yesterday, to become better than I was yesterday, to continue to grow every day. And I said something else to her that she was like, oh, that's really interesting. So figure I'll share it here as well, because my coach shared it with me. If you're in self-development and if you're truly committed to becoming 1% better every day and doing the work, you today, right now, in this moment, are the worst version of yourself. Now think about that. If you commit every day to doing better, to getting better, to reading 10 minutes a day, to expanding your mind, to working on your self-image, your attitude, whatever it is, your disciplines, making an irrevocable committed decision and sticking to it, doing one thing towards your goal. Just even in a better attitude, that is working on yourself. If you're doing that and committed to that every single day, getting better by 1%, right now, you are the worst version you will ever be of yourself. And you know what? A lot of us are doing great. A lot of us have had a wonderful day, a fantastic day. And you are only scratching the surface, no matter how successful you are. Or maybe you have a long ways to go. Know that you are only scratching the surface of what you're capable of and what's out there for you. You see, we're infinite. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we are made and meant for expansion. Some of the top producers, the top 1% to 3% in this world that are earning 97% of the money are wealthy in the fact that they're healthy, wealthy, and happy. They have the holistic package of it. Those people have only scratched the surface. They probably only use about 10 to 20% of really what the power is inside of them. As do we, as do you, as do I. We only use very minimal part of our power and what we're here to do. We get so convoluted with the outside world and what other people think. And someone along the way at some point in time said one thing to us, and it just kind of, I guess, put the flame out of our dream or of our desires. As I've said before, so many of us have these intuitive hits or have these desires, and we get really excited, and then something happens or someone said something, and as soon as we think about it or we're excited about it, in the very next moment, it just dies on the cutting room floor because we don't do anything with it, because we're scared, because we have fear, because we're doubting ourselves or we're worrying or what if, and we're catastrophizing what's not even happened yet. But think about that. Think about some different things that you've wanted and that you've really wanted to go for. Have you gone for it? Or is it not the right time? Or I got to wait until the kids are done with school or gone. Or I got to wait till I retire. Or I got to wait till I make this amount of money. Or I got to wait for whatever it is. Now think about that. So many people wait. And why wait if it's something that you can do today? Play the and game, not the or game. It's this or that. It's this or that. Better be this or that. Now think about it. Play the and game. It can be this and that. Find the time to really focus on and start planting those seeds. And don't dig them up. Plant them and think about them and really focus on them. And don't dig them up to see if they're growing, because then you have to start all over. But really start focusing on your thoughts. And when you're in the middle of this big success, as my client was, and what I told her to do is start doing the positive affirmations. Start doing the I am statements. Start doing a daily routine in the morning. Get up and start your day off right. She very much so says her goal is not written down. She doesn't really have a morning routine yet. It's those little disciplines that you do every day and keeping the promises to yourself over time that you do day in and day out over and over and over again that will stack one on top of the other, on top of the other. And then there'll be this, people will say, amazing quantum leap or this jump. And it's really just these small disciplines done consistently over time that will show you the success. You see, discipline and order equals success. And I say consistency equals success. But you really can't show up and be consistent without discipline. So, what's one thing you can do? You don't have to do all of them. You don't have to, get up an hour early like I do to do my morning routine. Get up 10 to 20 minutes early and pick one thing. Are you going to do 10 things you're grateful for? And really get in the spirit of it and say after each one why you're grateful. Are you going to do the 20 I am statements? Are your positive affirmations? Are saying your goal out loud and then closing your eyes and feeling it as if it's here and done and connecting to it with every cell in your body. Get some pictures, get a vision board, look at things and connect to what you want. I have images up on my computer that when I'm saying my goals and I'm doing my gratitude, the vacation home I want, I'm looking at it and I'm picturing myself sitting on the deck or the patio and what that feels like looking out over the water. Like, wow, it's here and it's done because it is done. I just need to connect to it. So what is yours? What is your vision? What is your goal? And put yourself as an hour after you've achieved it and what that feels like as you're saying your goal. And you're always in the present tense as if it's already here and done. So it's, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am ... whatever your goal is, or better. So don't cap your goal either. This and more, this at the very least. So it's always leaving it open-ended so that it's, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning $500,000 or more, $1 million or more, $5 million or more, whatever your goal is. So always leave the or more because you want to leave it open-ended for sure. But think about next time you're having a great day or you're having that huge success or that month that you're on fire or that quarter that you're on fire and you start to take your foot off the gas. I really, really encourage you to not listen to the excuses, to not listen to that voice, to not, just sit back and enjoy it. You deserve it. As you're going after it and as you're winning, keep winning. Keep that momentum going. That is when you want to lean into it even harder. And if you're not winning right now, and if you're far away from your goal, start the disciplines. Make the decision that when you wake up tomorrow, this is what you're going to do. And get in the spirit of it. Because it's when you're in the spirit of it and you feel it and you raise your vibration to different frequencies that your goal is on, that is when the universe will respond. And the people, the circumstances, the money, the opportunities will start showing the way. But you have to know that it's already done and feel it as if it's already done. And if you're sitting there and if you're in the morning, you're in the spirit of it, you're feeling it, you're excited, your cells are on fire because you've really connected to it. And then an hour later, you look at your bank account or you look at your current results and then you feel pretty crappy. That's not going to get you anywhere. So that's when, as you're going throughout your day and the outside results, the outside world, the outside circumstances that are real and happening in here today, detach from them, detach from your five senses and go back into your imagination and imagine your goal already done and lift yourself up to a higher vibration, to a different frequency, and really, as much as you can, detach from the outside, detach from your current results, because your five senses, hear, see, smell, taste, touch, our five senses are going to be the last things that ever see our goal. We have to have the faith that it's done, that it's coming, and we have to connect to the faith as much as we can throughout the day versus the fear and the doubt and the worry. Because the more you connect to fear, doubt, and worry, the more you're going to get exactly what you're getting right now. And nothing will change, because nothing changes if nothing changes. So it's going inside and doing the work. And so many of the podcasts that I've talked about and I've done up to this point have been on your higher faculties. I went through each of them one by one: perception, will, imagination, intuition, memory, reason. Start using your higher faculties versus your five senses. They're two completely different things. We're not to live by our five senses, but we do. We're to tap into our powers, which are our higher faculties, and really use them for our benefit, and the universe will provide. Before I ever found this information, I had no idea what that meant. I didn't know what the laws of the universe were. I didn't know what people meant when they said the universe will provide. Well, it's a thing. I don't make up the rules. They are what they are. You can decide to plug in and play or not. It's totally up to you. Like I've said before, the sun rises, the sun sets. The tide goes in, the tide goes out. Gravity is in effect. Whether you're a good person or a bad person, you jump off a building, the same thing's going to happen. These rules are not man-made, and they cannot be altered by man. They are what they are. The law of compensation, the law of relativity, the law of polarity, the law of vibration, attraction, all of it. Cause and effect, the law of gender. I mean, it's all there. So start working towards your goal in a different way, especially if month after month, year after year, you're not achieving your goal. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You're going to continue down that route unless you go in and do the work. And the good news is you don't have to do it alone. Yes, you have to do the work. You are the only one that can do the work. I cannot do your push-ups for you. Another coach or mentor cannot do your push-ups for you. You have to do the work. But you don't have to do it alone. And that's why I will always have a coach. I will always be hiring and working with someone that is doing this at such a higher level than I am, because I'm always going to be striving to get better. And I'm always going to want someone to help me with my blind spots and fill in the gaps. And guess what? My coach always has a coach. And that coach always has a coach. Any good coaches, any good professionals, anyone that wants to up their game has a coach, a mentor, advisory board, someone or some people that help them get better and help them to see what they can't see, because it is impossible for you to see every blind spot in every gap, in every hole that needs to be plugged. So I encourage you, find someone that can help you get from where you are to where you want to be. And you know what? It's very possible. Yeah, you might be able to do it alone, but you could take a 10-year stint of doing it alone and cut that time down to a year or less if you get the right coach or mentor, someone that knows what they're doing and can bring you along the process. Because what I coach to, it's a process, and it works every time for every person if you do the work. I did the work. I didn't believe it when I hired my first coach, my first mentor. I was just in such a rock bottom spot. I had to do something, and it felt right, because you know the truth when you hear it, because you can feel it. And I knew Bob Proctor, my first mentor and coach, knew what he was talking about. I trusted him. He said, do what I tell you to do until you find out I'm lying or I don't know what I'm talking about. He did know what he was talking about. He wasn't lying. So really think about that. Find someone. Think about the top people that are doing what they want to be doing, whether it's an athlete, a CEO, artist. They all have people they've surrounded themselves with that help them fill in the holes, fill in the gaps, find the blind spots. It's so very important. So do not get complacent when you're doing good. And if you're not doing good right now, start doing the work. Start doing the disciplines every day. There are so many different ways you can go about this. If you're interested, just let me know. I'm happy to have a call with you, a free strategy session to see where you're at and look at potentially getting you from where you are to where you want to go. All right. Well, till next time, you make it a great rest of your day. And I'm always here to help in any way. You have a good one. Thanks for spending some time with me today. And if you like what you heard, feel free to share, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever it is you do. I'd love to get this out to as many people as possible because it truly all does start with awareness. Once you know, you cannot unknow, and it changes everything. And of course, if I can help in any way, I'm here and happy to do so. Until next time, make it a good one.